And then I can say hello to the audience. So I will now do the short introduction of the DVD that I'm going to show you. And if we don't have light, you'll not have to see it, then we return. So I thought, now after this presentation Calden did, that you shall not have to listen to me talking too much again. I thought you might see me talking instead. This is a DVD that is from a presentation I did, which is partly connected to what Calden said and partly to what Sonam said. It is, we called it peak performance in those days. Today they mainly call it flow, at least Martin Seligman does that, but it's the same phenomenon. That you kind of, it's not that you lose control, because your body is handling what you need to do, and you don't need to control it. And most of our lives are actually governed that way. When we walk upstairs, for example, when we were small, we had to kind of learn how to do it. But if we today should try to intellectually walk up a stair and think, now which muscle shall I use, and so on, we would never get anywhere. So that is, in a way, flow. That is that the body is taking command, and it's not with the thoughts. And this happens very often in sport, and it's very often mentioned in sport that athletes have or have had flow. At this point of time, this was something 1981, or do you remember so how it was? It can have been later, can have been 89 or something. I don't remember. It's long ago. I don't think you were born. And then I was a teacher, and I had this thought that maybe this also occurs in school and in exam situations. Teachers normally in those days, and I think they still kind of demand of you that you shall be in full control of what you do. And that is contrary to this phenomenon of flow. And I had, in those days already, I started interviewing people, and I interviewed the students. And they started talking about this phenomenon in football or in other sports, how they, one definition of flow can be that you have no concept of time. It's kind of, it's your time. So you have all the time in the world to do what you're going to do. You have tunnel vision. You only see what is important. For example, if you're a goalkeeper, you only see the ball, maybe the opponent playing the ball, but the audience and the other players you do not notice. You don't hear anything. You don't hear the audience. And yes, everything passes in slow motion. And then you return to normal after you have tried to catch this shot, which you normally would have if you are in this state. And then it turns back to normal again, and you hear the audience cheering and so on. And what, yes, this is, you can of course practice a bit to get into this state of mind, but it cannot substitute real knowledge. I mean, you're not a good goalkeeper just because you're good at getting in flow. You need to kind of know how to be a goalkeeper also. The same thing in exams in school. It does not substitute the real knowledge, but very often, and that's what I tried to examine, you do not know, but the questions that you manage to answer, you forget easily. And the questions that you had problems solving, those questions you remember, which is an indication you have been in flow when you answer those questions that you know the answer to. And most of the time, your answers are correct. And if you're totally unfamiliar with this phenomenon, you can even be scared, because you don't know what you have been doing, because you don't know what you did. The body did answer all those questions for you. And then afterwards you leave and you don't remember any answer, and you compare with your friends, and they said on this question, and this answer, and this and this. And you have no idea what you were writing. And then you get the result, and then very often your result is very good. So now I have made a teaser for you, and we have no electricity. So I suggest we go back to gym. This was not my intention, because I thought we would get back, but I mean, we don't know if we get it in half a minute or in half an hour. So it's no sense sitting here. We might get the chance to see this DVD some other time, because the DVD player we can also use in GMH. Okay, thank you. And we bring the DVD player back.